Hi, my name is Aisha Ilhan. I'm the product support representative here at North America Traffic, and today we will be going through proper battery maintenance and care. So on our dealer portal at www.northamericatraffic.com is where you can find the battery maintenance checklist. It's important that you are downloading the correct checklist so that it reflects the unit that you're working on. So here I have an RCF 3.4 unit that we will be doing a maintenance on today. And I've gone ahead and printed off the RCF 3.4 Gen 3 maintenance checklist. Okay, so it should be standard practice to do weekly maintenance on your flooded lead acid batteries because the water levels need to be maintained. There is a decal on the front of the controller of the cabinet that gives instructions on battery care and operation. And what's great about it is you have the flooded batteries here on the left, and then how to use the AGM batteries on the right. Okay, so now that we have our PPE on, we will take a voltage reading from our controller. So I already have this RCF 3.4 powered on, and what we're going to do is look at the system feedback menu bar at the top and record the battery voltage on the unit. So right now we're at 26.7 volts. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down in my maintenance checklist. After you've gone ahead and done that, we are going to power down our unit and remove the main power fuse so that we do not get shocked while doing this, or I don't get shocked while doing this rather. So we're going to be pulling out the last fuse, and what's great about this is on the fuse box there's actually a decal that says C cabinet door for fuse placement. And when you go inside the cabinet door here, you'll see main power is the 5th fuse. So we're just going to remove fuse number 5. So the second last one from the top. And we'll be putting that back in once we're done. Okay. So next, we're going to be checking the terminals to make sure they are clear of corrosion. So when corrosion occurs, it looks like white, green, or bluish precipitate that builds up around these connection terminal points here. Yeah, and so to clean this corrosion away from the terminals, you can use battery cleaner or baking soda to neutralize the acidic precipitate. To clean it off, you simply hose it down or use a bottle of distilled water. I would advise against using a pressure washer as that can cause a mess and potentially spray you with corrosive material, which is not what we want. So once your terminals are clear of corrosion, it's important that you spray with anti-corrosive. So if you notice the purplish blue here on our batteries, you'll notice that we have already gone ahead and sprayed that on. All right. So once we have done that, we're going to come back to our maintenance checklist. Terminals clear of corrosion? Yes, we're going to check that off. So next, we are going to check the water levels in all of our batteries. So the water levels should be 1/8 of an inch above the plates. If you need to top up the battery, you will need to use distilled water. So I'm just going to get these oversized gloves on. So it's important to know that you must put the batteries on charge for 48 hours after filling with water to ensure full charge. Now, that was a little difficult for me to get off, but if I can have the cameraman get closer, and you should see the water refracting within the plates there. Yeah, so you'll see it right there. It's refracting. Okay, great. And what you want to do is make sure you check all of your batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and lift all of these caps and check my batteries. Make sure that all of the water levels are good. Okay. Once you have topped the batteries up with water, it's important to charge them for 48 hours to make sure that you are sustaining the life of that battery. Okay, so moving on to the next item. Or rather, before doing that, we're going to go to our checklist and we're going to say, okay, we checked our terminals. They're sprayed with anti-corrosive. Check. Water levels an 1/8 inch above plates. Check. Next, we're going to look at our battery box hinges. And these are the hinges right here at the back. There's 2 of them. And what you want to do is make sure that that crack in the middle is greased. And you just want to give it, a couple of opens and closes to make sure that that grease gets in there nice and good. Obviously, because these are new units, we're going to check them off. The next item to check is the terminal nuts. So we're going to make sure that those are secure. To do that, we're going to need a 1/2 inch socket wrench, which I brought with me. Oops. So what you're going to do, we'll replace that cap. Okay. All right, so now we're going to check, make sure that our connections and our hold downs and terminals are secure. And I've gone around and already checked the rest of these batteries, so that's fine to show. And now that we've done that, we also want to make sure that the battery hold downs are secure. I've already gone ahead and secured these, so that's why they are not budging. Okay, next we're going to measure the relative density of the water. And to do that, we're going to need a hydrometer. So what you're going to do is remove the cap from your battery. Oops, I dropped that. I'll have to get that. And when you have your hydrometer inside of your battery, you want to make sure that that little body that's inside is displaced in the green zone. So there, I've gone and sucked up some of the fluid, and that should measure at 1.625. And that will be the specific gravity of the solution in the battery. So we will go ahead and take that out, return that. And we're going to close our cap for safety. Once you have completed the maintenance checklist, make sure that the battery box is closed and it's locked to prevent any unauthorized access. And it's important to replace the main power fuse in your controller unit so that when you try to turn on the power, it'll turn on. So we'll take the fuse, put it back into its proper location. So I'm just going to go and insert that. We're going to put the cap back on. Okay, great. And that's it. Thank you so much for doing maintenance with me. As you can see, it was very easy to do. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always go to our website at www.northamericatraffic.com or call our product support line. We're open 24/7.